Hi, John here. In this video I would like to talk about the dangerous power of emotional advertising and how actually powerful it is to use emotions in your ads and why you should always do it. Okay, so why you need to use emotions in ads? Well, let's imagine, okay, we have a phone and let's imagine that you are just on Facebook, right, scrolling through your newsfeed and basically like what you are doing there, right, checking the life of other people and or some groups, but last thing that you do there actually is searching for like some product or looking to for see ad. Actually, if you're not a marketer, okay, I'm there actually to looking to see ads. But most people they don't, okay, they just like scroll through Facebook, checking their family, maybe checking some group or whatever, but they are not there to buy, right? And that's why we actually use those emotions in ads, because this is the best way how to actually stop people and get their attention. And basically when you have their attention and you can make them to watch your video, to read your copy, to read your headline, and then click on your link, and then go to your store, to your product page and buy that product, well, that really is great. And it's a lot easier when you actually have emotions in ads, right? So literally every my ad that I launched in last years, doesn't matter for what product, what services, it was always emotional, and I was always trying to point out some pains, scarcities, or like some happy moments or like some gains or whatever that can people get if they buy, but I always playing it on emotion or like happy family or like whatever, okay? And I think because of that I was actually able to scale like tons of stores and tons of products really high, especially when I really hit that ad properly, like copy or video or thumbnail is emotional. I always have like low CTR, great CPM, and everything is converting like nicely. On other hand, when I'm using like some shitty ads that are like boring, or I see even stores that are using like logic a lot, right? They create ad and they put in that ad like 10 paragraphs of text, full of like features of the product, and they think like that anybody cares, right? But truth is that people don't care on Facebook, they are there to look at other people's lives or checking some groups or whatever, that they are not there to buy some product that they never see in their life and read like 200 words about like features of the product that are like pretty much boring, right? Literally like Facebook ads, and I think like their only purpose is, to really like stop people there in the newsfeed and then move them as fast as possible to your product page, right? And then in that product page you can actually educate them about the product and show them whatever, right? You need to like move yourself from that logic, in ads, to those emotions ads, because emotions and stories are really like what converts people like really well. Okay, so I think one of the most important drivers behind my success, with ads is always like one emotion, and it's fear, right? Because fear is really like powerful motivator, and if you introduce fear in your ads like in smart way, those ads will convert like crazy, right? So I always try to like make people a little bit fear, and you can use fear in controlled way when it makes sense, okay, not like a retard, but like in a way that you can, for example, make them fear about like their family being or pets being or their house, home, themselves, or you can even use fear differently, right? You can use fear as like that they will miss out or something, right? Like fear of missing out, right? Basically FOMO, right? So you will show them like some offer and then it's like very limited, it makes sense, and basically just that, will kind of like push them to act, right? Because fear is like a great thing, because it always push people to act immediately. And especially, for example, fear of missing out, right? We use it in a smart way. You probably even seen it in my book, if you purchase it. That basically what we do is that sometimes in copy we use like lines that are typical, the market lines that like last time we sold out in X amount of hours, and then we basically show them that if they will not make it and buy it, and we will be sold out, that next date when it's possible to purchase it, when we will have stock again, will be on specific date, and for example, when we are doing Christmas sale, we always set the date of that stock like in second week of January, so they know that if they will not move now, they will not be able to buy it as a Christmas present for their family, and they will need to buy it, for example, in the January, and that's already like late. So we can like work with that fear in this way, there we push people to act immediately, that if they will not move now, it's like done for them, right? And same thing with that family and pets and whatever, right? We always try to use that safety angle and kind of like a build around that safety angle, like a whole promotion. So from that first moment when they see our ad, they have in their heads, this is about safety of my pet, this is about safety of my dog, of my family, or wherever, you know. And if I will buy it, my family will be safe, or I will kind of like protect them for some situation that could come in the future, right? Fear is probably like the biggest like motivator, and if you know how to work with it, it will like work wonders for you in ads. Another very important emotion is anger. And well, anger is great, but you need to work with it like properly, you know, and be careful, because it's very easy to make people angry, but you cannot like piss them. It's not possible to piss them to the level where they will really like hate you, you know, and they will not buy. So if you use anger, you need to be like smart about it, you know, and you need to be very strategic. So for example, how we work with anger, right? We use anger in ads, specifically in videos. And let's say that we have a product for like a cat. It's something like cat carrier, right? So for example, what we do, you know, is actually we show people like a couple of like amateur shots of cats that are like completely fighting with people to not get in carrier, you know, and it's just like hardcore, right? They just like don't like it, okay? And then we show them immediately solution of that problem with our product, introduce to them, and then offer, right? But that itself, you know, when we start with that scarcity part and show them that angry part, and then hit like those cat owners, is just really powerful, because they all comment, share, and like have millions, you know, like write lines about it and all that. So if you use anger, you need to really know how to work with it, right? And it's same thing when we use, for example, anger in like car products, right? We, for example, have a product that is about like a car like accident, right? So for example, show some situation where somebody on like a parking lot, you know, in front of like some shop, like hit you with like some card or whatever, or just like they are like going back with their car and hit you and then just run, you know, and all these, you know, like these situations that are amateur and happen in the past, and they will just like piss people, because almost everybody got like scratch on parking lot, you know, and all that. So when you use anger, you need to use it in a smart way, and it's very like a short amounts, you know. So you just give them the emotion and then immediately take it and basically replace it with solution and offer, right? Positive solution that will like perfectly solve the situation, right? So this is the way how to work with emotion when you want to show anger, right? And like I said, if you use it properly, it will like kill, you know, and you will make like tons of money, and it will like help your conversions. Okay, let's talk about last one, and that's controversy. And you need to be very careful with this, okay? Because controversy itself, it can go like bad like really fast, right? I seen in the past like examples, for example, when people were just doing like some, you know, like some like nice ads, no problem with them, but they were using like mentions of political figures, right? Trump or something, and they were using like ad accounts because of that, because people were like hitting and reporting those ads like so hard, you know, that just they will just getting disapproved immediately, right? And especially when you're running like big budget, that's like a very quick death, right? So with controversy, you need to be like super smart and very strategic, and you need to understand what you are doing, because if you don't have like some kind of like self-reflection and you don't know if it's too much, you know, then you will probably like end up in like a very bad situation, right? So in my case, I didn't even know, you know, like when I hit something like that, you know, in the past, because I had like a situation where we're actually running some like product, you know, for cars, you know, and I was showing like some shot with policeman and guy, you know, and I didn't know, you know, that when policeman in USA is checking you when you are in that car, sometimes, well, it's like a dangerous, you know, because of like some police brutality and all that, because, well, I'm from Europe, okay, we don't have these kind of like troubles here. So, well, and that ad was starting to get like so much like hate, you know, but actually like positive hate, you know, and a lot of like funny comments as well. So it was like still on the edge, but it go completely viral, you know, and it was like working so great, you know. So then I decided, okay, I think I like found here something. I basically took that controversy and I put like 3 super short clips of police checking guys when they are like in their car stopping because they ran through red light or something, or just like trying to like tell them that they didn't go through a red light or whatever, you know, and then showing them like some proofs. And basically I did like 3 of these shots behind each other, and it worked even better, you know, like people were just crazy about it. And again, it was still on the edge, so that hate was not such a like big deal, you know, it was still like controlled, and more people were actually happy and they were just buying the product, okay? And then I showed them like after those 3 shots the solution offer, and everybody was happy, okay? If you are not really careful, you could go like too far, right? And you can lose it. But if you hit that controversial like topic properly, you can actually go viral like very easily, and then Facebook will itself like push those ads in front of more people for less money, okay? So definitely like be careful about that controversy, because it's like double-edged sword, right? It could like help you and kill you like very quickly. And that's all, right? I mean, well, you have a lot more like emotions, right? I mean, these emotions are probably more on the edge of like dark side, you know, because, well, it's all like pretty dark, like anger, fear, controversy. But truth is that like dark emotions really sell, you know. I mean, happy emotions are like nice, you know, I mean, like little flowers and all that, but people really react on negative situations a lot more, you know, than on positive situations. So that's why I use these, you know. But like I said, you need to do it in a smart way, it needs to look professional, it needs to look clean, everything needs to make sense, right? So you need to have like nice stories, and everything needs to be very strategic. You cannot just like throw on them some like a dumb negative things, you know, and think that it will work, you know. It always needs to have like some kind of like structure, and it needs to be original and used in some smart way, right? But basically the truth is that I always built all my marketing promotions almost exclusively on these 3 main like emotions, because these are probably like most powerful, right? At least those emotions that you can use on Facebook, right? I mean, you cannot talk about sex and like all these things, but basically you can talk about these things, and they are like pretty powerful and will really like push your ads in front of more people and make them to convert, okay? So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you actually got banned recently or you are running in that Facebook circle of hell, then definitely click on link below, you know, and download my free Facebook Advanced Survival Guide. You know, I wrote it to basically get you out of the Facebook circle of hell. You know, Q4 is starting, so at least you will get, you know, back on the track, you know, before that Christmas madness, Black Friday madness will start, right? Because that's basically like the best time of the year, okay? And if you want to scale your brand, you know, before that Q4, then definitely click on the link below and schedule a free scaling call with me, you know, and I will explain you how we work with clients, what we can bring on the table, and what are our goals, you know, challenges. And yeah, so definitely click on that link below and schedule that call with me. And thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you in next one. Bye.